2016 is promising some huge films, not quite as huge as 2015 with the release of Star Wars, but huge nevertheless. While Star Wars was last year's big news, it does mean that this year isn't going to be completely Star Wars-less, but more of that later. Because it's the start of a new year and some big films have been announced, I thought I should go through them and pick out what I think are the most anticipated films of this year. And there are a lot. I don't think these films will necessarily be winning anything in terms of Best Picture, but I do think they will be breaking box office records. At least some of them will be. First of all, 2016 brings the start of Marvel Phase 6. So let's just run through the Marvel films that we have been promised for this year. Starting with one of the most exciting, it's something we haven't seen from Marvel yet, an R-rated movie, Deadpool. The trailer for this looked hysterical as well as brutal and gory. I cannot wait to see how it turns out. Next up is a Marvel film that I personally am most excited for because of its lead actor. Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange. We don't know anything about this film yet and haven't even seen a trailer, but the one picture of Benedict Cumberbatch in costume has got me so excited. Finally on the Marvel front is the most anticipated film that they're bringing out this year, and luckily is the one that's being released the soonest. Captain America Civil War looks like it's going to be a great film. However, it could also be a bit of a flop like Age of Ultron was. Age of Ultron wasn't a bad film, but it started to lose focus on the characters that we all love so much, and brought in new ones that we didn't really care about. I'm sure we will do in the future, but in that film they just seemed like annoying extras. This worries me for Civil War because they are introducing a new character who is one of my favourite Marvel characters, and that is the Black Panther. I am very excited to see the Black Panther in the MCU, but also very worried that it could be another poor introduction of a character. However, we have been promised the introduction of Spider-Man to this movie, and that does excite me a hell of a lot. They can't mess that up. Surely. Moving away from the MCU, we find ourselves in the DC universe. I'm just going to put it out there, I don't think Batman vs Superman is going to be a good film. I really hope I'm wrong, but following their most recent trailer, we now know what the story is, we now know who the main villain is, we now know what Lex is like, and we now know that Wonder Woman's in it. Great job DC, you ruined your biggest film of the decade with an absolutely awful trailer. I'm still going to see the film 100% on the off chance that I'm wrong, but I don't think I will be. On to another DC film, and this one has got me very excited from the trailer. Suicide Squad looks incredible, with a to die for cast including Margot Robbie, Will Smith and Cara Delevingne, who was surprisingly amazing in Paper Towns. I think it's impossible to get this wrong. Now I've said that's going to be terrible. Oh, why do I do this? We only have the one trailer for this, but it shows amazing potential and I cannot wait to sit down and watch this. It's my favourite movie studio again. If you've watched any of my videos, then you probably know that I am a huge Pixar fan. And guess what? They're making another film, Finding Dory. Yes! Okay, yes I know it's another sequel they're making because Disney told them to make sequels, and after Cars 2 I was like, seriously? You're gonna make another terrible sequel of a perfectly good film? Why? Why? But then I saw the trailer. What I thought the story would just be another Finding Nemo, but instead of trying to find Nemo, we're trying to find a lost Dory. Instead it seems like this isn't a journey to find a physically lost Dory, but a journey of discovery to find out about Dory's past. This is a great concept because, as we know, Dory has no memory, so Pixar can have fun playing with that. I can't wait. It is sure to be another fantastic Pixar success.
Is it like a picture in your head and then you think I've seen this before? I just used the word before, which means I'm remembering something. What was I talking about?
Let's talk about America for a second.
America, fuck yeah!
Independence Day was a great film. One of the best things about it was Will Smith, so let's make an independent sequel that doesn't have him in it. Or better, make a film that doesn't have him in, but you explain between the first film and this film, he was killed in a terrible accident. You can't kill off Will Smith. It's not allowed. Obviously everyone is still going to go see this film, but I think it's a terrible money spinner that isn't going to live up nearly to the first classic of a film. But like I said, everyone is going to see it, so it's a hotly anticipated movie for 2016. Who are you going to call? An all-female reboot of the classic film Ghostbusters. The first Ghostbusters movie was brilliant and I loved it. So a modern reboot with better CGI and an all-female cast. Epic! It's gonna be huge and I can't wait. Olympus Has Fallen, starring Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. Wait, no, that's the other one. They're moving to London. Yes! On a serious note, I think this film has the potential to be huge, blowing London apart, the same kick-ass hero, and we'll even get to see the Royal Guard actually do something other than stand still and have their picture taken while somebody pokes them. I can't wait. Time for some more Disney now, and it looks like 2016 is turning Disney dark. First of all, they're making a live-action version of The Jungle Book. The trailer looks awesome, and it's from Jon Favreau, the director of Iron Man. Unfortunately, because it's taking a much darker turn, I don't think we're all going to be coming out whistling the bare necessities. But the jungle animals look both cool and terrifying, and I cannot wait to see how this turns out as well. Another live-action Disney film? Tarzan. It's directed by David Yates, the director who brought us all of the good Harry Potters. Not the first two, which were only good because they were Harry Potters. And he's managed to assemble a star-studded cast around him, including John Hurt, Samuel L. Jackson, Margot Robbie, Alexander Skarsgård, and my main man, Christoph Waltz. Again, this looks very similar to The Jungle Book, and in a similar way, I am very excited about it. I can't tell you much about the next film because we don't know much about it. We don't even know what the title is, so we're just gonna call it Bourne 5. That's right, we've been promised a new Jason Bourne movie, and all we know about it is that Matt Damon will be playing Jason Bourne in this. So fingers crossed it's a lot better than the Bourne Legacy, because that was rubbish. Star Trek, not Star Wars. From the director of The Force Awakens, however, this trailer has split the world. Some say this isn't actually a Star Trek film, it just has the Star Trek characters in, but I don't know. I think it'll be pretty good. We'll just have to wait and see though. So I did promise you Star Wars, and here it is. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The plot for this is that a group of rebels set out to steal plans for the Death Star prior to the 4th episode, A New Hope. Confirmed actors already include Felicity Jones and Mads Mikkelsen. If it's half as good as The Force Awakens, it will be a huge success. Comedy time and the announcement of Zoolander II made everyone laugh. Probably not for the right reasons. But again, we saw the trailer and it looks amazing. Derek and Hansel are two washed-up old male models who are plunged back into the world of mystery following the deaths of celebrities who all die taking selfies of Derek's famous pose, Blue Steel. I'm not giving you a demonstration. I don't think it'll be as good as the first one, but I still think it'll be fantastic with many funny moments. Finally, this is a hugely anticipated movie and probably my most of the year. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. For those of you who don't know, J.K. Rowling wrote this book for comic relief as a special. It wasn't a novel but a textbook that Harry used in his time at Hogwarts. The book included handwritten sections from Harry himself and Ron. The film itself has nothing to do with our favourite school witches and wizards. Instead, it follows the journey of Newt Scamander, the supposed author of this textbook, on his quest to create it. Eddie Redmayne, coming straight off the back of an Oscar for Best Actor, plays the protagonist in this, and he looks amazing. While the teaser trailer showed very little, it did have about a 3-second clip of Eddie Redmayne casting a spell, and that alone has got me so excited for this. I cannot wait for this film. So there we go, the films that people are most anticipating in general in 2016. Once again, I hope you agree with them and haven't missed any really obvious ones. Thanks!